Samsung's 2026 TV lineup is crazy. I would have argued that before, Samsung's phone displays were the best displays that they make. That was until I saw the massive 115-inch RGB TV that Samsung had on display at their first look event today in Sydney. Let's take a look at what's new with Samsung's 2026 TV lineup. Let's go. So I just got back from Samsung's first look event here in Sydney, where they showed a lot of Aussie tech creators and influencers their new lineup for 2026. Now, as much as TV picture quality and everything interests me, I'm a bit of a software nerd first. I love software features that enhance your user experience of a hardware device.
What's karaoke doing? That we sell. It now has over.
And what Samsung have done with the TVs this year is bring some crucial AI features that for me are even better than what's been offered on Galaxy AI. With the World Cup coming up this year, Samsung have introduced something called AI Soccer Mode. And as much as I don't like the word soccer being used, I prefer they would have used the word football. I guess being in the US, it kind of makes sense that they've called it that. This is actually going to be a game changer, literally, for when you're watching the World Cup games. If you're watching it and commentary gets in the way, Samsung have built a way where you can literally tell the TV to just mute the commentary, and using AI, it will shut the commentary down and just play the background crowd noise.
So all you got to do is press the mic button, hold it down while you talk.
So not the AI button, the microphone button?
So
okay.
Just say mute commentary. You can turn it up if you like.
Yeah, cool. So very handy during the World Cup. Okay. Mute commentary. And it's gone. The commentary's all gone. Wow. Also, the reverse happens. If you want to mute the crowd noise and just have the commentary, you can do that too.
Yeah, or mute the crowd.
Mute the crowd. Okay. Let's go again. Mute the background crowd. Huh. Ha. Cool. Crazy, right? The second part to this, it's not to do with football, although they did say when there's live TV on free-to-air TV, you can actually ask Bixby questions about the live TV that's taking place. So if you wanted to know why Messi's better than Ronaldo whilst you're watching the World Cup, go ahead and do that. But another big problem that a lot of people face when they're watching their TVs, especially when they're watching a movie or a show, they see an actor and they try and figure out who that actor is or what they've been in before. Invariably what happens is you pick up your phone, you turn to Mr. Google and you ask the question, where has this actor been in before, or what's the cast of this show? And then all of a sudden, you're deep into Instagram and you've lost what you're actually there to do. The remote now has a dedicated AI key, or a Bixby key. Anyway, it's AI. And using it, you hold it down and can ask it the questions you need to go and find out.
Who are the actors in this show? I struggled a bit. I think there's so much background noise. Who are the actors in this show?
Episode 30 Rock Governor Dunstan features.
Wow.
You've got related content here, so you can see some YouTube videos there about it.
And it keeps it playing over there as well.
If you wanted, you could ask
Alec Baldwin as Jack Donaghy.
what other things has Tina Fey starred in?
Oh.
Looking for more of Tina Fey's work? You'll enjoy her iconic role in Mean Girls.
And my favourite thing is it links straight to the content down there as well.
And her Emmy-winning performance
okay.
in 30
You don't have to
Rock,
search on your
a
phone,
witty
you know.
satire of
Yeah,
television
and the show
production.
stays on in the
Both
corner.
showcase her
All right,
brilliant comedic
colour me
writing and
impressed.
acting.
Why can't my phone do this? It's so crazy how it not only works with asking who the cast is of that particular episode, but then you can also ask what else has that person been in. And then it's just smart enough to know and bring up the various videos and related things going ahead with that. There's also a new AI interface that it's also gone with as well, where it's got Perplexity and Google and Copilot all on board too. Love all of this. And I think if you're a software nerd, having this on your TV keeps you on your TV. You don't have to chop and change between your phone and then get lost in what you're trying to do. But of course, I know I said I'm a software nerd. A TV is all about the picture quality. That's been the thing that's been selling TVs for years. And this year, Samsung have made some refinements to certain features and TVs that make the picture quality even better. There was one setup where they showed the OLED, the S90 from last year and the S90 from this year. And they showed off the last year's one where there was an immense amount of glare on the TV. and then this year's one where there wasn't any. So that TV's got glare, and this TV's got no glare. Is that right?
Yes, this is the new one.
This is the new one with no glare, and that's the one with. You can see it. I can see that TV in this TV.
Yeah, like, yes, you can.
I can see that TV in that one.
Exactly.
And then if I come around here, sorry, Fraj, you can't see that TV in this one.
No, you can see the reflection on the side.
Yeah,
Nothing on that.
yeah, that's wild.
Insane.
Like, wow. What a difference 12 months makes when innovating TVs, and that glare or that glare reduction makes a huge impact, especially when you're playing games or just watching content, especially in the deep black areas of the TV too. We also got to look at their art store and how Samsung have now expanded the art store into the OLED range too. This is Samsung's OLED TV that now has the art store. So they seem to have solved the problem of OLED and art, and like this looks like a canvas. Like, come on. And this is their RGB, which also has the art store. And like, again, ridiculous. So it means that not only does the frame, which we saw the Frame Pro with a picture on there, stunning, the OLED TVs now have access to the art store too, meaning you can turn your OLED TV into an artwork on the screen as well. But of course, the big hero was that 115-inch micro RGB TV that was just sitting there showcasing some of the best content you can see. That thing is massive. That TV is 115 inches. 115! And it's not even their biggest one they have. They have 130. It's not here. But you get my point. They had optimally placed the couches away from the TV too, so you get the best experience when you're sitting there watching it. I feel like I could be closer. I feel like I could be closer here. And it's just insane to see things come to life and be immersed in on that screen. It also had the anti-glare reflectivity on it, so it meant that you're not getting distracted by anything in the room. You're just seeing the picture. Stunning. Again, a World Cup year. I can imagine watching Messi bend one into the top corner and seeing that amazing picture quality on that big screen. It would feel like you're there in the stadium. Samsung also had set up their new music devices, so the Music Studio 5 and the Music Studio 7. These have been carefully designed to not just be speakers, but also pieces of art and a decoration that can sit there in your room. I really liked the Music Studio 5. I like this one. I thought the carefully rounded curves of that device looked stunning, but of course it's not the best sounding speaker. That goes to the Music Studio 7, which looks a bit more like a traditional speaker, but has all of the performance to go with it. Samsung are also allowing you to link these speakers up too, so you can get stereo sound with different channels coming out from different speakers, and I liked the sound of that. See what I did there? So Samsung's AV range this year, it seems like they're further stepping into the immersion, the experience of giving you the ability to be in the moment as opposed to needing to constantly step out of it. Whether it be through the size of TVs, whether it be through the picture quality, whether it be through carefully selected AI features, which allow you to stay on your TV and stay immersed in the show, or whether it be the audio, which surrounds you with sound in the way that, again, makes you feel like you're there. It's much like what they've been doing with their One UI software on their phones, giving you features that keep you immersed, keep the user experience light, but also keep it feature-rich, but important functional feature-riches, if that makes sense. All I can say is bring on the World Cup this year with these TVs and go the Socceroos and hope Messi can do it again. See you guys in the next one. You.